Okay, so in this video, we're going to work at very evil, awkward angles. So ideally, when you're working on a pole, you want to be facing the window straight on. And if you're facing straight on, you won't have any problems navigating if you're going to be doing a tool and technique maneuver, because my right side will turn just as good as my left side. But this tool has a few flaws, and this is one flaw that this tool has. Now I've got a prototype tool here, so I'm guessing most other squeegees have this limitation as well, accelerators that aren't prototype. This will only turn so much, right? But when you're facing the window face on, that's not a problem. But let's work at evil angles. Now, why would I want to work at evil angles? Well, ideally I wouldn't want to be working at evil angles, but sometimes there's issues like hedges, obstacles in the way where I have to work offset from the glass. Okay, and I don't want to be doing straight pulls, because if there's a wheel, there's normally a way. Now this window is pretty easy for me to work on at a very steep angle to work, offset, but I'm used to working in windows like this. Okay, so there's very limited space to maneuver, and the problem is when I'm working here, I can turn the squeegee fine there, but I cannot turn the squeegee here. That is just lifting. If I want to keep turning, it's just going to lift off and twist. Okay, so what we've got is a limitation. I cannot get the equal amount of turn, and I'm going to give myself lines and issues like that. Directional change marks. So here's a way of working at a very awkward angle where you can still get tool and technique, but you have to change something. What do I have to change? This tool won't change for me because it's got a limitation, so I have to change, right? The user has to change to get the benefit of getting this squeegee to get tool and technique. So I can turn here, no problem, and I can get this corner done here, but I can't turn back. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down, round, go, make some turns, but we're going to turn underneath that solution. So I'm now hooking over, coming down under that solution, and then hooking over. So I'm not getting any nasty turns, directional change marks. I'm getting the turn done underneath the solution, because I can't physically do what I want to do without making a mess. So I'm going to do it under the solution and then come up and over, and this is how I can get this squeegee to get the job done. Not ideally, but I can get it done, and I can get it done with closing out. Is always an awkward problem when it's low. When you're up high, it's a little bit easier. So as I said, I'm used to working in a space like this. So if I'm working in a space like this, I'm going to be having to do something like this. And then we close out like that. And then we've got no, sometimes I might have to go back and forth in the same place just to get that positioning done correct. But basically, on a nice long window here, I've got space to maneuver. I'm going to be having my turn underneath that solution, and yeah, I'm not working as I would like to work. And if I do make a mistake, when I come down underneath there, I can just hook over and get that position done, and with zero detail, zero mistake. So this tool has limitations. I wish these limitations weren't there, so this tool can be improved on and made better. But in the most part, we're working straight in front of the window, and we can just get the zero detail, zero mistake, tool and technique, and we can work much effortlessly, and yeah, get through your day with minimal fuss. But there will be some occasions where you will be restricted, and this tool is restricting on how much it turns. Well, this particular tool does. This is what I use on my end of my pole. I don't know what the latest versions are like, because they do have slight variations as time goes on. But that here really needs to go. And but there's always ways around things if you think outside the box and don't do what everybody else does.